Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Why, thank you, an enthusiastic crowd. Good afternoon. My name is Darren Rudloff. I'm the CEO at Visit Cheyenne, and it certainly is our pleasure to see you all here for this great day celebrating 150 years of women's suffrage here in Wyoming. It all started right here at this location 150 years ago. So we will hear a little bit more about all those facts here in a few moments. But we're here for two purposes today. First of all, we are going to dedicate this mural celebrating women's suffrage in Wyoming. This mural has been developed in partnership with Visit Cheyenne and the City of Cheyenne. So we're going to dedicate this mural. We're also going to rededicate the plaque over here to the right. That plaque was put up on this site in 1917 by the Daughters of the American Revolution, so we're here to rededicate that plaque as well. But first up, it's my pleasure to introduce probably the best possible person to speak about the power of women's suffrage and of women holding public office in Wyoming, the Honorable Mayor of Cheyenne, Mayor Marion Orr.
Well, Darren, thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. I see Councilman Pete Laybourne here. Do we have any other elected officials? Oh, there we go. Oh, hello, Councilman Scott Roybal. Thank you so much for being here today. This is truly a great thing for Cheyenne and a great thing for Wyoming. And what a gorgeous day to celebrate our 150th anniversary of women in Wyoming being granted the right to vote. We weren't even a state. We were still a territory. And yet our Territorial Assembly passed legislation a full 50 years before our nation. Well, I remember the day that I turned 18. You know, it's not like 16 getting to vote or 21, 18. But I remember the excitement and the responsibility that I felt that I had in registering to vote. The 18-year-old in me very much took for granted that there was a time when being a woman would have blocked me from voting, or for that fact, holding an elected position, becoming mayor. This right I was granted was but for the sake of the countless women before me who used their voices, who wrote letters of petition, who organized, who marched, and who made it happen. And this is why this mural is so incredibly important. It tells the story of the women before us, marching up the street to the corner of 17th and Capitol, where Cheyenne women cast their vote for the very first time. And this is a right that we should not take for granted, and how important the act of voting is, because it wasn't always so. So let us remember and take pride and give thanks to those mothers and those daughters that made this happen. I want to provide a special thank you to the Byries, Sue and Jim, for sharing your building with the community, and to the visitors from around the world that will learn the meaning of being known as the Equality State. Thank you to the Daughters of the American Revolution, who refurbished their plaque and relocated it to that wall. Thank you to the Fort D.A. Russell Band. Every celebration needs a band, and how much more fitting than you. And thank you to the League of Women Voters Suffragette Ladies, who were the models, very lovely models, for this mural, as well as your presence and storytelling throughout this incredible year of celebration. At this time, I'd like to ask Donna Weaver to please join us here, and I know that she has some remarks representing the American Daughters of the Revolution. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I am very pleased to help represent DAR here today. The Daughters of the American Revolution is headquartered in Washington, D.C., and it was organized the same year that Wyoming became a state in 1890.
As the representative of the Cheyenne chapter, co-chairman with Donna Weaver, we celebrate with all of you the placement of this 1917 tablet to the Carey Avenue side of the building, where it now can reside and shine in the highly visible location on this building for all to see and remember the signing of the first women's suffrage bill. I'd like to ask Donna to come up and help me. I want to take a couple of minutes to thank some of the individuals who helped us with this project. First of all, the members of the Cheyenne chapter, the Cheyenne Historical and Genealogical Society, the Cheyenne Historic Preservation Committee, the City of Cheyenne workers who blocked off this road for us, Cheyenne Trophy and Creative, and Wyoming Signs. I want to thank everyone who came out today to this special event. I want to make a special thank you to Sue and Jim Byer, the owners of this building, for their interest and support to move the plaque to the new location on their building. I would like to present them with a certificate of appreciation from the Daughters of the American Revolution. Could you two come up? Thank you. I'd also like to make a special thank you to Mayor Orr for her support of the Daughters of the American Revolution and the support for this women's suffrage project. I would like to present Mrs. Orr with a certificate of appreciation. Thank you so much. And I have one more certificate of appreciation to share. And Visit Cheyenne, Darren Rudloff, the CEO, has done tremendous work in putting this little event together today. And I would like to give Darren a certificate showing our appreciation for his work. And thank you all for being here.
Wow. All right. We're about ready to close, and after a few final comments, I'd like to ask all of our models from the League of Women Voters, all of the suffragists who are dressed up, and anyone who was on this wall as a model to please come up at the conclusion of this ceremony, and we'll take some photos of you marching with yourselves. That would be a fun way to end the evening. But once again, a couple of final thank yous. Again, I'd like to echo the thanks to Mayor Orr and city staff for helping us with this project to make this a reality. Thank you, Mayor, for all of your help. Again, I'd like to thank Sue and Jim Byer. They're the ones that we went to and said, hey, we've got an idea to put something on your wall. What do you think? Oh, and we don't have a design yet. And they said yes. So thank you so much. We want to thank again the League of Women Voters and all the ladies who were models during a Cheyenne Frontier Days parade when we asked them, would you pose for some photos? We'd like to put you on a wall. And they said yes. So thank you, ladies. Thank you to the Daughters of the American Revolution for their work with the plaque as well. Great, great work there. I'd also like to thank the designer of this mural, Chris Hoffmeister. She works with us here at Visit Cheyenne. This is the lady that designed this mural. And finally, I'd like to thank our staff at Visit Cheyenne, Jill, Andy, Laura, who've done a lot of work in doing all the logistics to make this all a reality. So again, thank you all very much for all this work. Let's give one big round of applause for everyone involved here and for 150 years of women's suffrage. That was planned. All right, thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and now let's take some photos of some marches.
Thank you.